Welcome everyone to your Happy Mother's Day core, I will call this a core ritual class. The reason why I want it to be a ritual is to be consistent. Being consistent with your core and any activity for that matter is so critical for your long-term outcome. So if you're active, whether you do something each and every day or every other day, being consistent is a very important part of your well-being. So if you're just being active for 2 or 3 days and then you take about a week off, or maybe you only do it for a couple months out of the year, you're not going to be as successful. So I encourage you to do something each and every day. And I love to put variety in there. For those of you who know me quite well, variety is huge in my world when I venture into fitness atmosphere or on my mat. So prior to this, in my world of coaching, constantly surprising the muscles, switching it up. If you do the same thing over and over, there's many things that happen within your body. Your body adapts to that, and your musculature and your fascia all get overused doing the same thing over and over and over. So I encourage you to do something a little bit different. As myself, run, bike, swim, kayak, stand-up paddle, all of those things, I try to do things that I love to do. So choose things that you love to do. Don't be shy, mix things up a little bit, challenge your body. So I'm gonna bring that challenge today to your core. So my plan for you is to ignite that abdominal wall. I think there's someone else coming in. So let's get seated just briefly and take those thoughts, your intentions with you on your journey for this morning. And throughout your journey for today, I want you to honor yourself. Let's take our hands, gently rest your fingertips onto the earth. Take a beautiful, very big conscious breath in. Pull that energy into your heart space. Hold on to that energy. Bow your head slightly. We're going to take 3 beautiful breaths, fueling the body with energy. Open your mouth and let that oxygen all out. It's a sense of detoxifying. Fuel your body with energy with that breath. And then exhale anything you need to let go of. One more big breath. Fuel the body and let anything go you need to let go of. Let's unhook the hand. We're going to come over onto all fours. We're going to come into child's pose to start. So let's connect your big toes. Get those knees nice and wide. Send your hips back towards your heels. Now with your hands today, what I want them to do is rest your fingertips into the floor. So you're not flat down. We're going to utilize those fingertips very momentarily. So just extend your hands out, rest your forehead down. Your arms should be floating just above. So there's this connection between your fingertips and your armpits. You're going to hold out. So try to get the pose into your brain and just settle into it. I will cue you when it's time to come up. So just marinate into this pose. Take some big breaths here. We're going to do 3 breaths. Fill up the lungs, stretch out the back body. Feel the ribs expand, and then feel them contract inwardly, stretching out all those beautiful back muscles. And get used to that stretch all into the arms. Now hover your head, and then lead with the crown of your head as you come up. Disconnect your tailbone. Just come up and look upwardly, and then exhale, sink down, round out the spine. So tuck that chin in close. And then peel up, pull, claw your fingertips into the floor, and then round out as you sink. Tuck the tailbone. Really get the spine active here. So awaken your spine. It's almost like doing a long cat cow. Pull with those arms. So you're engaging those arms, engaging your hands, and your spine gets the rewards. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, Exhale, scoop out through the center. And then one more. Up you pull. And then down. Releasing the arms, settle down again into your child's pose. Walk your hands over to one side, please, and then you can stack your hands one on top of the other. I want you to think about the armpits being close to the ground, squaring off shoulders. Beautiful. Start to really engage your hands pulling. Let's walk them over now to the other side. Good. And as you are breathing deeply, notice the sensations of the body awakening. Feel really good today. Beautiful. Come back into the center. Pull the body up, come into a tabletop. We're going to stay here for a couple of moves. Notice my toes tucked under. We're going to just hover the kneecaps. So engage those hands, push those hands in, and cover your knees. Just enough for some sunshine to peek through. Or sometimes I'll cue a credit card to slide under. And hopefully you don't have a lot of credit cards. So just enough to let those shine through. So this is your happy place. That's awesome. To go a little bit to your edge, your knees can go away from your hips a wee bit. We're going to count for 3, 2, 1. Surrender down, and then just give me a couple of cat-cows. We're going to advance this move, pulling your heart. So that tabletop pose, you can either hold it or you can join me by taking your knee in towards your wrist. So let's try that. Tucking. This time we're going to hover. Just take the right knee, hover, and then cinch it in towards that right elbow. And then take it back to where it would be hovering, and then crunch it in. So you're cinching your core. You're taking your hip, rolling it under towards that rib. Use your breath. Exhale. We're going to do 2 more of these. Last one. Beautiful. Push and round. Now set your knees back. We're still going to work with that same leg. We're going to do our fire hydrant. Now, fire hydrant, I want your hip bones. What I don't want to see is loading and lifting and opening up. We're going to keep our hip bones to the floor. Doesn't matter how high the leg comes up. What the most important thing is that this hip bone stays shining down towards the floor. So we're opening up and do a little pause. Feel that beautiful heat and energy in through the right glute. It's good. Use your breath. Exhale. We're only going to do 2 more, and then we're going to advance it to circling. So hold this one up. Think of your kneecap as doing circles. And again, it doesn't matter how high that leg goes. Range of motion is key. So do those beautiful circles. Heel comes up. Try to have an active foot, right? So it's like you're placing your foot and then rounding out. This is the last one in this direction. And then we're going to switch that direction. Up and around. Good. Up and around. So 2 different directions. Beautiful circles. Get that mobility in through the hip, which we love to do. If ever your wrists get a little bit sore, you can make fists. Trying to give you many options here. We're going to hold this last one up right here. And again, it doesn't have to be up really high. That is all determined with your anatomy. Active foot. I want to extend the leg. Pause, and then squeeze your heel in towards your glute and pause. How much range of motion can you give me? Once you see this move, look down in between your 2 hands. I don't want your neck getting too sore here. You should feel good, delicious spiciness in through the glutes. 2 more here. Last one. Now this right knee is going to come up towards the right wrist. We're going to come into a pigeon. Let's take that back foot. Stretch out that glute, right? So keep your hips squared off. pull upwards. You're nice and tall. Walk your hands out and then surrender down. Now, I know a few of you in the crowd there have had maybe some knee issues. So I'm just going to show you a modified. If you're in your pigeon right now, hold it, melt your eyes, stay and breathe for a few moments. Modification is your 90-90. So 90 degrees with one, 90 degrees, square off, fold forward, so cascade over top of that leg. And hold it right here. Take some beautiful deep breaths, oxygenating the body. And I want you to think of unraveling that hip socket. So bring your mindfulness to the hip. Whether your anatomy is correct or not, I want you to visualize all of those ligaments and tendons and muscles unraveling. Nice. Walk those hands back up. Come into your tabletop. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's start by tucking the toes under. Stacking your bones to start with. Press into your hands. Hover your knees, just enough to get the sunshine through, right? And credit cards are pretty thin. So just enough. Take it, advancing it. Taking my knees away from my hands. Breathing all the time. Your breath is your fuel. So try not to hold your breath when you inhale. Just inhale and then exhale. Take your knees down. Connect your big toes. Come back into your child's pose. Just to take a little breather here before we get into our next level. 2 big breaths. Pull your hands up, stacking, tuck the toes under. Find your position so you're balanced and comfortable. We're now going to press a little aggressively into the right foot, the left knee, tuck it in towards, and then take it back. So we're just doing little crunches. Think of cinching that core together, really firing up through the core, right? Exhale, squeeze, let it go, squeezing, good, 2 more. Last one, placing the knees down, toes down. Fire hydrant with that left leg. So taking that leg up to the side, pause, and down. Mindful of those hip bones. Sometimes I will cue your hip bones are like 2 headlights of a car. They have to be shining down towards the floor. Up, and I like a little pause there. We pause where you feel it. That's what I call time under tension. Active foot. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. This is your last one coming up, so make it count. And circle it. Circle one direction. And it doesn't matter how big the circles are, you're getting range of motion. If I get my circle up too high and I have to really open up through my pelvis, it's not the way I want it to go. I want to have my hip bones facing the floor. It's a big difference. Reverse that circle, out and around. Nice. Do you feel that spiciness? Beautiful for the hip. Part of your core is your glute. Good, strong glutes will initiate good core. You're all connected. Let's hold this one out. Extend the leg fully. And then heel to glute. Fully extend, iron out the leg, and then bring it in. Take away all the lines in the back of the knee, all those creases. Open them wide up. Use your breath. Amazing, good job. 2 more of these. And then last one. Nice. Bringing the knee, that left knee in towards the left wrist, adjust where you need, slide the back leg back so it's long and directly in front. Push open through the heart and chest. Cascade forward if you need to modify. Please do use your 90-90. That's where you sit down onto your glute and you take your knees out. Both of them at a 90 degrees, squaring off, fold forward. So again, making any adjustments that are necessary for your pigeon. And it's all to do with your anatomy, injuries, whatever is good for you today. Please listen to your inner coach, because that is the best advice you're gonna get. Melting down, unraveling all of those tendons and muscles and ligaments. Deep breaths here. Surrender your head and neck, soften. Start to energize for our next little section of your core. We're going to be working on a little bit of chest, upper body strength here, just a little bit. All right, start to press up, stacking your bones. Coming back into your tabletop. This is what I call a 50-50 plank. So neutral spine, strong through. You want to take your left thumb up towards the sky, bicep by the ear, press into the left, the opposite leg. So I call this like it's a contralateral, because it's a diagonal line through the body. Look down where that right hand should be. Try to hold your gaze there without looking too much up. Let's go on a little diagonal. So point to the corners of your room and then come back into center. Good. And we'll do that one more time. Good. Holding it right here, really reach. How much length can you give this? We're going to take our elbow to knee. So again, rounding out and then lengthen. Only 3 of these. One last one, round it out. And then with my hands, start by placing my hands underneath. Walk your hands out a little wee bit. Keep the leg up high. You're going to surrender your heart in between your hands and then push away. Try to keep that leg long and strong. Take your heart in between your hands and then push away. Good. We have 4 more of these. Think of pushing the floor away. Strong shoulders, strong through the chest. Good. Breathe. Inhale and then exhale. No hesitation with the breath, right? One more. You got this. Strong, strong. Good on you. Tuck the toe under right here. Now, if you need to, you can put that foot down, but you can try to take those hands up into your 3-legged dog right here. 3-legged dog, same as what we did before. We're going to take that knee in towards the left wrist. Drive that leg up. Modify by taking the leg down and just taking the knee in or leg up. Diagonally cross. Good. Everybody meet me into your down dog right here and walk it out. Nice. Just let the hips go. Really embrace this down dog of your happy Sunday. Any type of inversion is good. You get the blood flowing to the brain. You're going to be so much smarter today. One more big breath. Let it all go. Come high up on your tippy toes. Surrender your heels. Come down onto all fours. We do the same thing other side. Okay? So again, set it up. We're going to come into our 50-50. Left thumb comes up, bicep by ears. Take that foot out, long and strong. Push. Keep your eye gaze down. Take your fingers and toes to the diagonal and then back in. Keep that navel tucked in, right? So really light up those muscles, right? So you got that abdominal wall all wrapped around. Meet me into the center, elbow to knee now. Round it out. Keep your pressure into that right hand. Scoop out. Good. Last one. Perfect. Connect. Keep that leg high. Tuck the toe under. Try to push and lift and lengthen back. 3-legged dog right here. Inhale. Exhale. Carve the knee in towards that right knee. And again, if you need to, you can actually modify by putting that leg down into a down dog and eliminate that leg high. Choose it. Up we go, and then diagonally across, squeeze, and then down dog right here. Pedal it out. One, then the other. Good.
We're going to come back up into that three-legged dog. Back down onto that knee. We're going to do our push-ups right here. Strong and push the floor away. Same thing on this side. Dive in and then push away. Exhale, push. Really have those fingers all splayed out. Nice. Let's go 3 more. Be strong, be strong. Nice, good job. Love your strength today. And then let's take a little bit of a well-deserved break. Taking those legs wider, melting into your down dog. And just take that head down. Taking your hips and just letting them go to one side. So I kind of lift up and I take my right hip to my right knee, right ankle. So I'm leaning into one side. That's a delicious stretch. Hold it here for 2 breaths. Coming up, send your hips over to the other side. Let it go. Nice big breaths. 2 more breaths. Leaning back into the center, pull your body up, tuck those toes. We're going to take it up into your down dog again. Paddle it out. Heels search for the floor, don't quite get there. Bend your knees a lot, and I want you to tippy toe forward, toes kind of come in towards your hands. Halfway lift, flat back. Round out, we're gonna come up to standing. Inhale, big energetic breath, all the way up. And I'll adjust. There we go. Beautiful. Here we are in our mountain pose. Inhale, and then exhale down. And give me a big generous bend in the knee. Dip down, energize up, feels good. Let's leave our hands up to start. Side bend right here. So notice my biceps beside my ears and my head framed by my arms. So see, you're creating a beautiful picture of your beautiful self right here, opening up. Now you can let those hips go, dip them side to side. Use your breath. Breath to movement, it's very soothing, very calming. 1 more each side. Nice. Take your fingers now, place them at your temples. This is going to be option 1. Let's put a little softness in. You can stay at the top of your mat. I'm going to go to the side so you get this view. We're going to do a 45-degree bend. So keep those elbows wide, squeeze your shoulder blades together, micro bend the knees, connect your feet to the floor. We're going to bend, but only 45 degrees. Look down to the earth. Think of your elbows. Carve one elbow down towards the floor. Open up your heart. Doesn't matter how far you go. Really take those inner thighs, squeeze them together. Exhale. Carve the other elbow in. Stacking your shoulder blades. Come back up. Nice. So that's option 1. Option 2 is to have longer levers, biceps by ears. 45-degree bend. Take that whole arm now, carve it down towards the floor, open up, and then back to center, long and strong. Carve the other way, back to center, open up. So choose either arm here. I'll go back to the modification. Modification just means a different way to move the body. It doesn't mean easier by any means, it just means you're doing it a wee bit different. Reach and lengthen, so I want to see length, tuck the chin in, look down to the floor, spin. Keep your hips as in line as possible. So try not to move those hip bones. Come back up, we'll do 2 more. Exhale, grab your breath, exhale as you're spinning around. Come back to center, exhale the other way. Good, restack, beautiful. 1 more. Lengthen, just spin, open your heart, good job. And the other way, exhale. Back to center, pull your hands into heart space. Let's move a little bit, shall we? We're gonna do a lateral step right here. So lateral step, and then we're gonna sink down in. and then come together, laterally step the other way, and then wrap your hips around. So we're alternating. So this is your home, and you're just gonna take one leg, sink down, think of closing the hips, and then opening the hips. Step, load into your heels, toes should be floating, and then come up. Now let's do some arms, shall we? Same as before. I call these prisoner arms, and as you're sinking, we're gonna revolve, and then come back up. We learned the legs, now we're incorporating the arms, and step. So load into the heels, evenly distribute your legs. So it's not a lateral lunge, you just sink down in between your two heels. Down, sink, open that chest. So I really want you to be mindful of your back muscles here. Stacking your shoulder blades. Step, wrap around. Sink your tailbone away. Good. Nice, so this will get you warmed up for sure. We're gonna do one more each side, okay? So 2 more total. Excellent. Nice, take your arms up. We're gonna come into a little bit of a flow. So let's cascade forward, let everything go. Halfway lift, exhale down, root and rise up. Let's come into powerful. So we're gonna do 4 rounds of your sun salutations, my biceps. So come to the top of the mat, I'm going to the side, so we'll hopefully get a good view. So sink into your heels. Here is your powerful pose. Pull your hands into heart. Exhale, revolve. Really push into your palms. Nose, chin, chest in alignment. Go the other way. Back into center. Push into the floor. Cascade forward all the way through. Let the head go. Halfway lift. Flatten back, open the back body, take the right leg back. So my right leg's gonna go back, my right arm is gonna press into the earth and I'm gonna open up. And then from here, that same arm, I'm going to take through and dive through my arm and reach, palm to the sky. I'm gonna do that 3 more times. So I press and I open, stack shoulder blades, thread through my arm. So I'm revolving my torso. Reaching, connecting to my arm. One last one. Exhale, thread through. Straddle my left foot. Take it back into my high plank, connecting my core. Melt my knees, roll my elbows in. And again, don't lead with my chin, set my ears back. If anything, I'm looking towards the top of my mat, not down towards it. You can melt all the way down, reaching up. Melt back down, tuck your toes, come into your tabletop, send your hips towards your heels, push up. The last thing to rise is that tailbone and then lengthen the legs. Paddle it out. Soften your knees, walking towards your hands. Halfway lift, exhale down, root and rise. Lots of energy, perfect. Same thing other side. Big breath, powerful pose. Connecting your hands, really press them together. As you exhale, squeeze your hands, stacking shoulder blades. Exhale to the other side. Push in, give me an energetic breath. Swan dive, and let the head go. Halfway lift. Exhale, left leg now goes way back, making sure your bones are stacked. Push into my left hand as I open up. And then exhale, thread through. Palm to sky, and then I push in. Exhale, 2 more of these. Let the body flow with your movement and your breath. Nice work. 1 more time. Push up, and then thread through. Stagger that right foot, take it back, plank. Chaturanga down, strong, up dog. Hips high, down dog. Paddle it out. You got it. A nice flow here for you. Look to your hands, tippy toe in, because that's where we're headed. Halfway lift, squeeze your blades, round out spine. Nice, 2 more times. Big breath in. Here we come, powerful. Make sure you tuck that tailbone in and really cinch that core that we've been working on all day. Coming through, wrap around. Other side. Rise up, energize, swan dive. Flat back and then round again. Halfway lift. Connect, right leg goes back, push into the right hand, open up. Thread through. 3 more of these. Flow with your breath, flow with your movements. It's probably safest to have your palm to the sky. Last one. Straddle the left foot. Take it back into your plank. Modify it, maybe I'll modify this one. Surrender your heart down and then scoop up. Keep your chin tucked down. Down dog. And this is where you show me a little bit of attitude. Let the hips go. Organically move so it feels really good for you. Your eye gaze to hands. Tippy toe your feet in towards those. Halfway, flatten the back, strong. Round out, root rise. Lots of energy here. Powerful. Last round, and again, let's tuck the tailbones so we really connect to our abdominal wall. Press your palms together. Exhale, push. Inhale, release a little pressure, and then really push back to center. Energize, open up that front body. Swan dive, flat back. Surrender. Tuck the chin in, flat back. Take the left foot back. Again, knee over ankle. Push into the left arm. Stack your blades. Thread through the arm. Up we ride. And then thread through. 2 more. Up and around. Last one. Straddle that right foot. Take the right foot back, plank. And here we are. Hover down. Roll the elbows brush against your ribs and then push into the earth. Flip the toes down dog. Paddle it out. Nice work. Look to your hands. Tippy toe in. Now as you come in, I want you just to hold it right here. I want you to keep the connection to your core. So look toward your knees and start to drop your hips, but really tighten up your core. And then start to walk back and take a connection to the ground right here. We're going to come into some boat poses, rolling back the shoulders. So very, very important moves for boat. Rolling back, very good for your core. Let's have our arms out in front. We're going to take 1 foot down and our heel is going to kiss the earth and then come back up. And then the other heel, gently kiss it, or if you want to point your toe, you can do that. Now if you want to, you can do both. If you want to, or you can hold on. I like to do boat pose and practice often because there's so many options for people to do. So you can alternate one, the other, and then maybe both, mix it up a little bit, okay? And then you can do one, the other, together, you choose. Maybe just both of them at the same time. Exhale. Inhale, think of your shins dropping and then hiking them right back up. Can we do 4 more? I'm sure you can. Good. Last one. Good. And then from here, take your arms back, rolling all the way back. And now we have this beautiful degree, 90 degree. One leg is going to go up. Keep the other leg bent. Good. I'm going to drop the leg down and then back up. Now you can actually take your head, if you want to up your ante, take your shoulders, peel them off, and continue that same move. Good. We're going to do 5 more of these with this leg. So slowly carve that heel down. You're hovered or you're relaxed down. What I really want you to feel is that your lower back is ignited and connected to the floor. That's why I like to have this leg bent. It'll help connect that lower spine. Roll down with that leg and then up. Last one. Control, control, control. And up. Now before we switch to the other side, we're going to create a diamond. So we have a couple of diamond moves that we're going to do just for you for Mother's Day, right? Here are your diamonds for Mother's Day. Let's cradle your head, squeeze your feet together, and then create a diamond as you look up to sky, knees apart. And then open, surrender down. Inhale, push into your feet. And then up. Exhale, push. Feet are active, knees are apart. Nice. Now as an option, if you wanted to increase again, when there's a core sequence that we're doing, again, there's a lot of options that you can do. One more, squeeze, hold this open. Even if you're down, I'd like you to come up. I want you to take your sternum or your chest muscle and go right up towards that knee. I don't want to see you cross over. Keep the elbow out. So we're going to alternate, lift up and over, pause, melt and control back down. We are going slow on the way down. So we're unpeeling our shoulder blades, we're pausing, and then we're surrendering back down. Keep the integrity in through your feet. Squeeze up to side. These are intense, right? It's good because we're doing a little slower pace. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, holding it. Good job. And then back down. Inhale, exhale, peel off. Elbows open. Surrender slowly, control. That tempo is huge. With your diamond, let's take it to the floor. Sides of your feet, again, lots of diamonds for moms today. We're gonna cradle our head. We're gonna lift up and down. Now, are you ready? We're gonna do some quick. We were talking about tempos. We're gonna do these quick instead of slow pace. Keep your feet connected. From here, it's gonna be quick little pulses. Pulse, 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 pulse. So we've already done 10. We're gonna try to do 50. Again, don't move your head. Just pulse it out. That's why we're cradling the head. Small little concise movements, upper core. So it feels like it's heavy right there. That's right. And it's like, oh, I really feel it. That's okay. That means something's happening, right? Up, little pulse, pulse, pulse. My head is stagnant. It's not moving. Our aim is to do 50. You know, we have about 10 more. 9, good. When you talk, it goes by faster. Good. Feel that? It's happening. Yes, good job. Down we go. Stand. Celebrate. Nice and long through the torso. Let's do a C curve or a banana pose. Take my wrist and my ankle out to the side, and then I connect. If I can, cross up my ankles. Open up that side body. This is well deserved, for sure. Nice. One more big breath. Push that right hip down, the opposite hip. And then come back to center. We're going to now take the other heel to the corner, stacking your wrist to the other corner. Press the hip down into the earth. Now with my head, I kind of dip my chin towards my armpits. My hip that's open, I press it down into the earth. That'll flatten everything. Breathe into your rib cage. Come back to center. Here we are with our feet underneath. We're just going to work a little bit of our back body. Pressing into your heel, peel up. Good, holding. I like to put my hands above my chest. Now we're going to reach up, thumb to the floor, reaching tall, and then peel that off. Good. Reset all the way down. Bring your arms down with you. Each vertebrae connects. Get acquainted to the spine. One, and then let it melt in. We're going to do that one more time. Pelvic tilt, and then unhook each vertebrae from the floor. Arms are up nice and tall. Can you take a gander? Are your legs in line with hips? Let the hips ride up. Hip bones try and touch the sky, Now thumbs go over top of the head, reach long, chin searches for the chest. I even have my toes floating because I'm really nailing my heels into the floor, squeezing. Good, and then reset back down. Arms come up and surrender back down. Nice. Okay, we're gonna roll over onto our tummies right here. A little bit of back muscles going on. And then we'll finish off with some beautiful plank moves. But for now, let's think about our back muscles. So what lifts your whole torso off of the floor is your back muscles. So try to keep your chin in line with chest. What do I mean by that? I don't want you to look up. So once you see the move, maybe glance and then get that head right back down. A string is attached from chin to chest, hands right underneath shoulders. All 5 of each toes squeezing into the earth. Kneecaps hovered. Fire up through those glutes and through your quads. Squeeze your elbows as if you're trying to touch them. And just hover off of there. So peel your heart away and then exhale down. Inhale. Exhale up and then grab your breath as you melt down. Right up. Peel your heart off the floor. We're going to get some arm actions here. So as you come up, we're going to dive our hands forward. So dive those fingertips forward as you're surrendering down. Wrap your arms around nice and wide. Use your elbows to come up tall. Hover, and then exhale, dive forward. Wrap those arms around, lifting up higher, and then dive through. Inhale, exhale. Now start to get that breath to movement. In, and then out. In, and then out. 2 more. Beautiful. Looking down the whole time. Now take your arms down by your side. Rest your ear down onto the mat. Really round out your shoulders deliberately. So try and take the edges of your collarbones and connect them to the floor. Beautiful deep breath. Your breath is so deep you can feel the stretching of the back muscles. Now your nose gently kisses the earth again. Take your hands underneath, tuck your toes, and then we're going to come up onto all 4s. Now with the plank, some moves that we're going to be doing, you can modify a little bit. Not all of them, because we're going to be using our feet. So your modified plank is from the crown of your head to your knees is a diagonal. Try not to shift your hips over knees, but squeeze your glutes and have your hips in line with the wrists. Okay, so our first plank move we're going to do is shoulder tap. So we have a total of 4 moves. So this is the modification. If you can manage to do it on toes, then we're going to do shoulder taps. Now, if you're doing what I call the hula hoop and your hips are moving, get those feet a little wider. That'll level everything off to parallel to the floor. And if I don't stop talking, we're going to do 100 of these. So we better just do 2 more. Good job. And then from here, we can modify this next one. I like to bring my hands a little closer and I carve my thumb up and then back down. My thumb up. And you can also do this onto toes. And if you know me, I always like to finish the class with a little bit of a bang. So you can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe. Doesn't matter how high the hand goes. We're just doing 3 at a time. 3-legged plank. 1 more each. Beautiful. Let's take a little break here. Cat-cow. Good. And then we're going to do a little bit with our feet. So from here, modify. You may want to come to a low plank. Or you can come high. I'll leave that to you. Bring your feet together. And then out, out, in. Out, out. Now I am leading with my right leg all of the time. We'll do 2 more. Now I'm going to Lead with my left leg. Here it is. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. Good job. Out, out, in. Good. 2 more. Last one. And the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna alternate side plank, other side plank, lifting up. So, dipping, my shoulders open wide, hips and toes to the side, control it, and open it. Nice. Shine like a superstar. Roll around to the other side. Again, modifying. You can do this one on knees, and then open. Whatever you can do today, just be proud and honor that. You are moving, and you're doing more right now than a lot of other people. So embrace it, honor it. One more. Nice. And then taking it down, let's take our legs wide, sink our hips down. Lots of child's pose today. Good. Hold your body forward. I want to do a spinal twist. So let's roll onto our back. I think it's important after doing some core work. So from here, let's take our legs to one direction. My arms go the other way. Good. And breathe. If you wanted to as well, you can take that top knee and you could encourage that leg to venture towards the floor. Looking away, you just tap into the cervical spine. Anytime you do spinal twist, as we know, it's a very beautiful way to detoxify the body. And it also feels just so darn good. Let's switch sides. Coming up. Move your inner thighs, melt to the one side. Over we go. Again, you can encourage looking away from your knees. Breathe in between each and every rib. Give me a little bit more space. And then rolling onto our back, we're going to just venture right into Shavasana from here because we deserve it. So I have an honor of Mother's Day. I do have a poem which I'll read towards the end once we get into a relaxed state. So join me into finding space. Take up as much space as you need. And I want you to open up your body with breath. So extend one leg and the other. Your toes melt outwardly because the legs are so relaxed. The arms open, palms to the sky. Take a survey through body, head to toe. Start to breathe deeply into all of the areas that need a little extra TLC. The breath will soothe you. The breath calms you. And the breath nourishes. So slowing the body right down. The exhale melts each and every muscle away from each and every bone. And then you inhale, fueling the body with respiration. Take away all that monkey chatter in your brain. Be present in this moment. Draw your attention inwardly. Your brain is heavy. Eliminate all of the lines of your face. It's expressionless. Can you soften around your eyes, nose, and mouth a little bit more? Relaxing your shoulders. Maybe draw your chin down slightly. Disconnect your jaw. Your lips barely touch here. Collarbones open wide. Smiling. Sink your collarbones. Sink your shoulder blades. The skin that lies on top of your heart space softens. Visualize your spine, the natural curves. Can you breathe in some space in between each and every vertebrae? Hips are heavy. Leg bones sink. Your kneecaps float. Imagine space between your ankles and your wrists. The mind and the body are free. The mind, the body, soul starts to connect. And while you're in your stillness, I would like to share with you a Mother's Day poem in honor of all the moms out there. This poem is called Your Soul is a River by Nikita Gill. So just keep those eyes closed, stay still, be present. The water of her womb, your first home. The body she pulled apart to welcome you into this world. The spirit in you she helped grow with all she knew. The heart that she gave you when yours fell apart. You are her soft miracle. So she gave you her eyes to see the best in this world. You carry your mother in your eyes. Make her proud of all she watches you do. Take a deep breath in. Start to invite a little bit of energy and vitality, but this calmness you have cultivated, let it trickle through the remainder of your day and weekend. Start to circle the wrists and arms, and maybe the ankles. Beautiful big stretch. Organically move so it feels good for you. Maybe you want to pull a knee into chest, rocking the spine side to side. Very slowly, make your way up whenever you're ready to a seated cross-legged position. And as you're awakening the body, be mindful of sensations that arise. And as you come to a seated, tip your head down. Scan through the body one last time. Notice how wonderful and beautiful you feel. We honor our bodies, we honor each other, and we honor this beautiful time spent together. Thank you for coming, sharing your core workout with me. Make this your ritual. Namaste. Well done, everyone. So proud of you for coming out. Have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful Mother's Day.
Thank you, Heather. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Heather. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, Ruth. You too.